Cristiano Ronaldo's comeback might be the single greatest redemption arc in history. It was barely a year ago that he was sitting on the Manchester United bench under a manager who would come to tear down his confidence and reputation. This led to the media pushing an agenda of Ronaldo being the problem at United, that it was because of him that the team was underperforming, when in reality they had been underperforming for almost a decade before his comeback. A comeback where he would in his first season carry the team in a way that I have never witnessed anyone else do before. How he time after time after time managed to rise up to the occasion against all odds in one of the most dysfunctional teams of all time and constantly be winning them games in the last dying minutes, only to become the one who would take the blame for their fall, and also finding himself outcasted from the team in the process. During this period, the World Cup in Qatar was about to begin as well, and just before the tournament was about to begin, an interview between Ronaldo and Piers Morgan was released, where Ronaldo broke down what was really going on behind closed doors at Manchester United. He went on to explain how the club hadn't evolved at all for the last decade, how the board, the structure and the mentality was weak, and how the younger players neither had the respect or work ethic necessary to reach the top. These kinds of comments gave Ronaldo a lot of criticism, but as time has passed, the more it has shown and proved that Cristiano Ronaldo was speaking the truth all along. But Ronaldo wasn't only going through one of the toughest moments in his career on the pitch. He was also going through one of his darkest moments outside of it. Earlier that year, his girlfriend Georgina had given birth to twins, a boy and a girl. But tragically, the boy died at birth. And when Man United were going to start the 2022 season, Ronaldo's daughter got ill, which led to him missing the summer preseason. But instead of being supported by his club, they started to doubt him and didn't really believe his daughter was ill. And of course, this got to the media, who just kept milking this story, making it look once again as if Ronaldo was arrogant and didn't want to train with the team. And so the circus would continue. So when the World Cup in Qatar finally started, Ronaldo had been benched and betrayed by the club that he had given his all for, and he arrived to arguably his last ever World Cup with the hopes of proving people wrong. But at the World Cup, his national team would do the same thing that his club had done, and that was turning their back against him. And once again, he found himself sitting on the bench. Within the span of a few months, both his club and country turned their back on him when he needed them the most. The club and country that he had given his heart and soul for throughout the years. Been there when they needed him the most, and quite literally been the light in their darkest moments. Portugal got eliminated in the quarterfinals of the World Cup against Morocco, a match where Ronaldo started on the bench, a match that ended in his tears. Till this day, I genuinely do not believe that Cristiano Ronaldo cried only because of the fact that his World Cup dream had ended. I believe that this was just a man who finally couldn't take it anymore, who for the first time showed his human side in an inhumane world. A world filled with accusations, betrayal, media, his daughter's illness without getting any support at all, and finally his son's death. Ronaldo never returned to Man United again. And on December 30th, 2022, just one day before the year ended, he signed for Saudi Arabian Al Nassr. Something that made everyone laugh, that made everyone ridicule him, that confirmed that Ronaldo's era and time at the top finally was over. But Ronaldo's arrival to Saudi Arabia would revolutionize the footballing world. And shortly afterwards, many other players would do the same thing. Neymar, Benzema, Kanté, Mané and many others joined the trend that Cristiano Ronaldo had started. And in the Saudi Pro League, Ronaldo would bang in goal after goal in spectacular ways that reminded everyone of his prime. And yes, I know that the Saudi Pro League is far below the European leagues of football, but then when you realize how other stars have performed compared to Ronaldo, it's obvious that he has totally dominated everyone individually, at almost 39 years old. And simultaneously, he found his form in the national team again, where he dominated the European qualifiers, where he scored more goals than the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane. Only Lukaku scored more. But beyond all of this, it's just so damn wonderful to see Cristiano Ronaldo happy again. To see him celebrate with the same passion as he did over 20 years earlier, when he scored his very first professional goal. To see the man who made me start watching the game accomplish all of these things till this day, against all odds. The man who was misunderstood, ridiculed and at the bottom, both on a career level and a personal level, finishing the year as the player with the most goals, 54 goals, at the top again, as a soon-to-be 39-year-old. It's those kind of stories that define Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy, as the man who never gave up, the man who dedicated a goal to his father in heaven, and another one to his son in heaven. The man who never stopped proving people wrong. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you become a legend who will live till the end of time and beyond.